Okay, my channel is kind of growing. I don't monetize it in any way, shape, or form or fashion. Today I picked up a package of the books I've written, about 7 books, and I was looking through them, and I was like, this a couple of years ago when I started this thing with writing, and honestly, I'm kind of amazed at the reception that I got when I opened up the box at the desk where I got my books. The people were kind of excited. They go, "We got a celebrity." No, I'm not a celebrity by definition of being a celebrity, but I guess they viewed me as a celebrity. So I autographed the books that I had. And, well, it was kind of amazing for me as an author to kind of receive the reception I got. Like, you wrote all these books? I went, yeah, I did. Hold on just a moment. And here's the package that had all my books in it. I think I did a video a while back about all the things that I wrote about, menagerie. Shit, if you got to read a book about mine, that would be the one to kind of get you tuned in to what I'm doing here. But I got like all these books that I've written, and there's a lot of them. I mean, when I go back in time, and I do that in my mind occasionally, it's a lot of books. And I had fun with the ladies there at the desk there in the management of the RV resort I'm staying at, which is quite fantastic actually, and kind of gave me pause to think about what it would be like to put down roots. And I'm having a bourbon right now, so bear with me. My entertaining thought of the day is this: if you're going to have a good time with yourself and your friends, you share them with the world. So I'm sharing this moment with I dare say, the people who view my videos. I have about 90 or so subscribers to my channel. Just not much. Shit, it's peanuts compared to some of these other channels that have thousands of viewers, thousands of subscribers, and just puts me to shame actually. But hey, I'm having fun, and obviously the people I gave books to are having fun. They were like excited, I'm going to read this tonight, I'm going to read this tonight, and they actually started reading them on the spot, when they're working and stuff. But my view on this is this way that I perceive it is that people they want to be entertained, and however they're entertained is the way they choose to be entertained. Me, myself, and I have been entertained by watching what goes on in the world and participating in it in the way that I do, and share it with my viewers. And so I go out and video things and put them on the YouTube channel at One Ringity, Two Ringities, and give them the opportunity to see things that I see in the way that they perceive them to be, which is odd because I don't know how my viewers view me. And honestly, I don't even know how I view myself anymore. But like I said, I started the channel Garage Mulholland RV Life to share my experiences with my family. And I'm kind of confused because my family doesn't want anything to do with me. So, do I care? Well, in a way I do. But in a way I don't. Because the way I view my life is the way that I want to live my life, and How that happens to be is the way I'm portraying it on video. Now, I watch a channel called, and I'll give a shout out to Wonder Hussey. Damn woman, you got it made. But I don't monetize it the way that she does. And honestly, it's confusing to me, because I don't want to be famous. Hell, I don't want to be. Nobody wants to be famous. Well, maybe they do. But once they become famous, they realize, shit, this is not what I expected. I once saw a celebrity take a camera away from someone, I mean a cell phone or whatever, and throw it out and say, I don't want to be filmed, videoed, whatever. And that caused a ruckus among his community. I mean, if you want to be famous, and you are famous, you got to accept the responsibility of being famous. I don't necessarily want to have that responsibility. I mean, it scares the shit out of me to think that somebody would come up to me in the middle of nowhere and say, hey, I know who you are, and I'm going to tell you that I don't. Think that your views are the way they should be. My views, shit, fuck. I put it out there on the YouTube channel the way I do, just to stay in contact with my family. And for whatever reason, they don't want to stay in contact with me because they don't call me, don't do anything like send me cards or letters or anything like that. But I respect them. I mean, if they view me as being other than who I am, and who I am is who I am, honestly. And so I tell them, when I actually talk to them, that I enjoy their, respect, or enjoy their respect. I respect their views about me. And they honestly think that I'm an alcoholic, a drunk, and someone who just doesn't control their lives. But I control my life, and I'm not an alcoholic, although I do enjoy, how shall I say, the occasional sip of bourbon. Maybe more so than an occasional sip, and I be with who I'm going to be with. I'm here in Nevada, and you can imagine who that would be, that I enjoy time with. When I look back and think about things and all the books I've written, and there are many, and I spread them around, people can take them for what they're worth, and the times that I really sit down and talk to myself, and I do that frequently because I'm more intelligent when I talk to myself, if that makes sense. That's kind of strange to say that. I respect it. I was watching a video the other day, and I thought to myself, I can do that. And then I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't, because I don't want to be famous. I just don't. And when I put it out there in the way that I did, made me think about the things I could do if I really wanted to be famous, if I really wanted to do things. And I've actually contacted several publishers about my books. And they call them vanity publishers, but and when I publish my books, I put it on Amazon. 200,000, 300,000 people that publish books on Amazon kind of buried mine. Literally, I mean, people don't read books that are, not number one sellers, if I should say, but I think my books are worthy of that. And if you actually went to Amazon.com, looked at my books, Mr. A. Thomas Pearson, in the author section, and looked at them, maybe you might be interested in reading them. I don't know. And I really am worried about being, how do you say, like Tarzan kind of thing, where he wrote a book. I mean, to me, when I write a book, it was like him, J. Edgar Hoover, the person that wrote Tarzan, and he said to himself, I'm going to make this my fantasy for people to see. So when I wrote my books, it was my fantasy for people to see. So I put it out there on Amazon.com. 7 books, 7. One of which was kind of a risque. And I gotta admit, when I wrote that book, it was kind of a closure for me and my wife. My late bride, 46 years. And when I put it together and I showed it to her, she looked at me and goes, I asked her, I said, do you really want me to publish this? And she looked at me and she goes, I think this is your book. This is the book. Whatever that means. For her, it meant a closure kind of thing. Which to me, it was also a closure. I mean, imagine being married to the same person for 46 years. 46 years. For everything that went with it. Everything that went with that marriage. And what I discovered in my lifelong relationship with from high school to when she died, 46 years, everything that went with it was encapsulated in that one frickin' book. And if you want to explore that, it's called The Truth About Lies, the ins and outs of infidelity. And trust me, people are monogamous to a point, and then when that point is beyond monogamy, beyond that stage in life, and they went into that other world of infidelity and experienced what they experienced with other people. For me, it was more of a sexual thing. It was more of a kind of satisfaction of that base instinct of a man with a woman. For her, it was the same damn thing, as she told me. And I put it in a book. It was 70 pages long. You could read it in 1 hour. Maybe 2 hours if you took your time. Excuse me. But what I've experienced with my family, and liking and disliking me, is that I don't fucking care what my family thinks of me. I really don't. And neither should you if you're watching this, if you're thinking of, the things I think of. I go out and I be with the people I want to be with, I party with the people I want to party with, and, pardon me, my watch is telling me it's time to stand. Whew. A watch is telling me it's time to stand. There it is. I mean, is that technology or what? I really had a good time with that. Stand or don't stand. Dismiss or don't. I just dismissed it. And when I sit down with myself and I talk to myself, and I do that in my head, and I think about things like that, what do people think of me? What does my watch think of me? A watch. A watch. Fucking unbelievable. So what I did was, when I sat down with myself and I talked to myself, and I said to myself, Self, what do you want to do with your life? Well, hell, I'm already doing it. I am. I'm enjoying life. I have a party vehicle I can carry with me anywhere I want to go. It's my whole home. And I'm going to tell you this honestly. When I sat down and I planned myself after my wife's death, and I said, I'm going to honor your wish and live the life that you want me to live. And so I started living it. And here I am, living it. And I'm having a great freaking time. Just honestly, I don't care anymore. 71 years old and just going through life like a blaze. I'm clearing my bucket list. I was with honestly, I'll tell you this. I'm in Nevada. They have legal brothels, and so exploring that opportunity, I went to a brothel, and I talked to a lady, and she was on the cover of Playboy. She showed me. She's a Playboy bunny, and she offered me a price, and I accepted the price, and we had a great motherfucking wonderful freaking time. And that checked off a bucket list of mine. Not that I knew I had that bucket list, but I obviously fucking did. And I don't care what people think of that. I mean, there are, how can I put this? People who sit there and judge people that do things like that. It's just, they got no choice but to judge because they don't actually participate in that kind of thing. So what I did was think to myself, what would people think of me for doing that? And I don't give a damn. I mean, I'm 71 years old. I'm living my life the way I want to live it, and I'm being with whom I want to be with. So when I think about things like that, and I think about what my family would think of me, and they obviously don't think of me a lot, or they think badly of me. I mean, they all call me a drunk. I mean, here it is. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Drunks would be drunk right now, and I'm not. I mean, I'm obviously sipping bourbon, and they would think of me as a drunk. I don't care what. I don't know. Even my daughter, my son, my oldest son, my youngest son, holy shit. I mean, he's in the Navy. He's a CPO, Chief Petty Officer, and 2 grandkids whom I love very much, adore. And my daughter's 3 children, my grandchildren, are way above normal as far as intelligence goes, and incredible people. My daughter cut me off. She stopped talking to me. I mean, I spent a lot of time with her in the RV, and some of it was good, some of it was bad. Obviously, she chose the bad part of it, not the good part of it, to negate me from my family. And that's what she did. She just, Dad, I don't have anything to do with you. She doesn't call me. I don't call her. Well, I did call her, but she didn't answer. And kind of left me out of the life that I wanted to live with them and experience with them. They're in Alaska. Now, I obviously, since I'm mobile with a trailer and I can travel, I can go to Alaska and just face them. That's kind of a situation with me that I'm considering doing. You know, just there I am. Hello, honey, I'm home kind of thing. But in that closure moment, I would expect that she would say, Dad, I don't want you in my life. I just don't. Because she's proven that over the past several months, maybe a year or longer, that she doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me. That's fine. That's fine. If that's her take on what it is between us, then she can take it that way. But I want her in my life, and I just can express it no other way. And for those of you who may be viewing this and kind of sympathizing with the fact that people of my ilk have different ways of viewing life, what I'm saying is, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I'm living my life. She can live her life, and that's it. She can go for it. If she wants me in her life, she can call me. Because when I call her, she doesn't answer. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It really is fine with me if she doesn't answer. So when I say this, I'm going to say this with the closure of this video, is I don't give a shit. If she wants to do what she wants to do, then fine. She can get married to another man. Cool. I was there for her first marriage. And by the way, that was an experience that I really enjoyed. I got videos of that. I can post them, but I won't. Unless I decide to.